Welcome back to 7 at 4. If you remember where Blue Ridge Nightmares held their haunted house, we are in that building right now. Why? Well, it takes a lot of space to get a float ready for the Dickens parade, and we know who does it big in downtown Roanoke. Who better than Kids Square? So we are bringing in Felicia. She is the executive director at Kids Square. Felicia, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Absolutely.
Merry almost Christmas.
Exactly.
I want to ask you, you guys have been taking part in the Dickens parade for how long? And what do you hope to bring to the table or to the streets this year?
Yeah, so last year was our first year.
Okay.
We learned a lot last year, had a blast. Did a Willy Wonka theme. People probably remember Augustus Gloop in our big tube. And this year we wanted to come to bring what our mission is about STEAM education, and we brought it all out on the float.
That's wonderful. So we're taking a look at your float here behind us. We're going to get a little peek at what's going on here. Veronica has also been working pretty hard on what we're looking at here. Felicia, tell us what the kids are going to see today.
Okay, well, we did run a little contest that they could submit pictures and they would show up on the float. They may not be in person, but if they send us a picture of their kids playing on the float, they may see their kid tonight on a big giant poster all throughout our float. We've got more to add throughout the day. We've got STEAM activities going on. We've got our STEAM machine, and obviously floating up into the air along with our parachutes.
Well, and that's a popular one at Kids Square. My
We're
kids
gonna make it snow tonight. That's another thing.
Great.
We'll keep that for a secret later. They'll get to see that at the parade.
And you also have a little QR code on here that folks, you talk about interactive. This is one interactive float. Folks can take this QR code and tell us what they can do with this.
Yeah, so from a distance, we stood all the way back into this warehouse, and that QR code lit up on Veronica's phone. They could sign up online, and potentially when we're giving out 50 free tickets to this STEAM event. Santa's going to be there. We're going to have all kinds of STEAM Christmas activities on December 17th and 21st, but they can do that tonight.
Oh, I love
Interact with us.
And of course you have the inflatables on, kids love these things. Now, for those folks who may have never been to Kids Square, just tell us what you guys are all about, Felicia.
Yeah, so we're a premier destination where kids and families come together. They explore, play, and learn in a hands-on learning environment. So it's lots of fun.
Yeah, and tell us where you're located and how folks can get a hold of you guys.
We are downtown Roanoke at Center in the Square, 3rd floor.
All right. Okay, guys, it's going to be a good time. You got to check out the float. One fun fact for you, Felicia, that you may not know about. Okay. So my kids love Kids Square.
Yay.
It is so fun, and I love how you guys switch it up. Like, you'll never find the same thing there. You guys are constantly doing different things in there. The day before I had my second child, we were at Kids Square. I went into labor hours later.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so good. And I'm so glad you noticed that we changed things out. We really try to make it new and fresh.
Well, our news director was saying, what is Kids Square? He doesn't have children, so he was kind of asking, what is Kids Square? What is it, how would you describe it to somebody who has never been before? I mean, this is really where kids can get in and get their hands dirty and really experience different careers.
Yeah, so you pretty much had a baby at Kids Square.
Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome.
All right, Felicia, thank you so much for joining us here on 7 at 4.